We are going through one of the worst times in history right now, especially for people who are currently unemployed or you're out there looking for a second or maybe even third job to get additional income to pay for unexpected bills or to provide for your family. You know as well as I do, you're spending hours and hours, if not days or maybe even weeks, only to find yourself coming back and having nothing or no one calling you back, and you just wasted a lot of your time. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step on an AI automation that I have built out for you that you can copy and use right now to save you hours to basically filter out job postings that are suitable for you and have AI actually enhance your resume to tailor it in a way that is actually suitable to the job posting to give yourself a better chance of getting a call back, if not actually landing an interview to eventually get a job. So if this is the type of content you like to watch, my name is Palmer Joseph. I've been playing around with n8n for quite a while now. I absolutely love it. And I highly think that you should follow along with me because this is the way of the future. So if you want to become an asset in the workplace right now, more and more employers are choosing to have employees that have experience and knowledge and skill sets around AI automation. So if you like the stuff, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the like button, and make sure to hit the notification bell because that lets me know I'm doing a good enough job. So I'll keep on making content for you on a daily basis so you guys become more of an asset in the workplace. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so this is a very simple yet powerful workflow that you can use right now to build out an n8n, and you can follow along with me from step by step, from beginning to end. So stick around to the very end of the video and you'll see this all progress out. So if you don't want to actually build this out yourself, all you have to do is click on the link in the description below, join my free community. You'll get JSON file, and all you got to do is have that downloaded on your computer. Go to these three dots, click on that, click on import file, and you can paste it into your workflow right now. But if you do want to work with me and see how this all works out, you can follow along and you can see how everything works out. And I'll explain each node step by step, show you the mindset, and explain to you why I did each one. And you can change it around whichever way you want to customize it in a way that works for you. So let's do a quick demo just to show you what this all looks like. But before we get into that, let me show you the original resume that I have created for a guy named Jim from ChatGPT. I had ChatGPT make this up for me. Has everything: education, skills, projects, experience, yada yada yada. Okay, so let's go through this right now by doing a quick demo. I'll execute the workflow. I'll come back to it because it's going through and scraping all the LinkedIn job postings right now. That could take a little bit of time, but I'll come back to that and I'll show you what this all looks like. Okay, it finally is done scraping all the LinkedIn job postings. It went into and grabbed the original resume that I showed you a second ago. Went to an AI agent that filtered out resumes that are suitable to the resume that I presented to it, which is going to be yours. So obviously I had that set up ahead of time, and I limit that and filter that down to the ones that are actually suitable. And this is not quite, I'll explain to you later on. And it goes into another AI agent that enhances the resume, changes it up. This code node reformats the layout of the resume to basically have it show up and look similar to the original one as I showed you a second ago. And it also sends it to me in an email and also a Telegram message. So I'll show you what that looks like. Right here, it says it's done for Microsoft. Oh, that's cool. Check it out right here. I can click on this, which brings me back to my Google Drive. This is it right here. And I'll just show you the other one because it's the same thing. So this is the enhanced resume. So as you can see, it's a little different from what we started off with in the original one. Now this is tailored to exactly be suitable to the position that we're actually applying for. So everything is still the same. Formatting is all correct. You can change this up whichever way you want, but that is up to you. But this is now tailored exactly for the job posting that you're applying for, if that is what you're looking for. I still recommend that. I know I see a lot of YouTube videos out there basically having it all automatically done where it actually sends an email to the HR department. I don't recommend that because I still want you to go through each resume to make sure that it's actually what you want it to be. So there's going to be places that you don't want to apply to. If you do this all automatically, sure, that can probably just hit more birds with one stone. But at the end of the day, it's going to be redundant because you might get phone calls from places you don't even want to work with, and it's just going to be a big hassle. So let me just change this up real quick. Go to my HTTP node and pin this because I don't want to run and use up any more API calls. But all right, let me save this and I'll work with you and show you step by step every single node. Okay, so I just reset all this, and let's start off with a schedule trigger. Obviously, if you are starting this out yourself, you might want to have this on a schedule as well. And how you get this, go to the top right, click on this plus sign, type in schedule, and you only have one trigger, which is going to be right there. You click on that, and it'll be this exact same one. How I have this set up is basically I have it set up in a way where it starts the whole workflow every single day at midnight. If you want to have this at other time, just click on this drop down. Maybe you want it at 6 a.m. 9 a.m., noon, maybe after work at 6 p.m. Really up to you. Just choose what time you wanted to start at, and that is completely fine. Now, most important thing that you got to be aware of is this HTTP node, which is for scraping LinkedIn job postings. And it's going to be like that. And how you get this, click on the top right, HTTP, grab that node. It'll be blank, but I'll show you and walk you through what that looks like. So before we get ahead of ourselves, there are two prerequisites to make this work. Obviously, you need to have a LinkedIn account. If you don't have that, set that up. It's super simple. But obviously, you require that if you want to actually apply for these type of jobs. So quick plug for myself. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, just look for Palmer Joseph. You'll find me. This is a brand new account that I'm using right now. So if you want to see all my automations as I progress, follow me because I'll post every single one and you can grab it and watch it and follow along. And the other one is to have an Appify account. So if you don't have that, all you got to do is click on the link in the description below. There's a link straight to it, but understand there's a $5 free monthly credits that you can use. With that being said, $5 is way more than enough, okay? That little run I just showed you a second ago that actually pulled in all that information costs about 10 cents. Again, it's free for the first $5 every single month. So with that being said, let's go into LinkedIn real quick. All you gotta do, sign into LinkedIn, click on jobs at the top there. And what you have to do is go to this little search icon, click on that and type in like what position you're looking for. So I'll use the same one, software developer. Make sure you choose the same country. If you're in the US, leave it as it is. If you're someone else, click on the location, change it up whichever way you want. One more thing I like to do is I like to use the date posted and do it for the last 24 hours. And click on that. Now remember, there is this very specific URL that you're going to take this in a second ago and put it into Appify. So once you're in Appify, set up your account. If you don't have that, please do so right now. And you'll be brought to this page, which is the Appify store. Basically shows you all the actors that you can use to scrape different places in the internet. Super helpful, but the one we're specifically looking for the actor is go into the search bar, type in LinkedIn jobs, and gives you a bunch of different ones. The one we are specifically looking for is this one right here. It has the highest ratings with 5,000 members by Curious Coder. Click on that. And right here is where you want to be, okay? This looks like a whole lot of stuff for you to actually look at, so let me explain to you what to do here first. First off, you need to have your API key. And how you get your API key for Appify is you go over to the left column here, go to Settings, go to API and Integrations, and you can create a new token. And how you go about this is, let's go back to n8n. Let's go into the HTTP node. This will all be blank. Authentication will say none at first. So you just click on that drop down, click on generic credential type, which will bring up these two. Then you choose header auth in the drop down. Then from here, this will be blank, and all you have to do is click on the drop down, click on new credential, and you can change this to Appify, whatever you want to call it to remember what it is. I'm just going to call it demo. Name, just remember it's always going to be authorization, and value, I'm going to change this to expression real quick, will be bearer, spelled exactly the way it is with a space, and your API key. Again, come back to Appify, copy this, bring it back into n8n. I was going to change this, paste that in, save it, and you are done. That will be your API key for Appify, and you are set to go. That is literally it. Super simple. Come back to Appify. Now let's go back to the actors that we were just looking at a second ago, which again is the LinkedIn job scraper. What you have to do here is go to the top right, go to API endpoints. And the one we're specifically looking for, if you scroll down a little bit, is the run actor synchronously and get data set items, okay? This looks like a whole bunch of gibberish, and it took me a very long time to get this all figured out myself, but let me walk you through step by step what you got to do. So the most important thing you have to remember is this is the URL that we're looking for, that we want. The token at the very end, which says equal ****, or whatever you call that, asterisk, this will have your API key. So don't show that to anyone else. Keep it safe to yourself. Again, I'm not showing my shit because I don't want you to copy it because that'll drain my credits. But copy that. Remember, it's a post request. It's not get. If you see this green one is post, remember to change it to post. And what I mean by that is we come back to n8n, come back to the very top. The method, like I said, is post. Make sure you choose post, not get, not anything else. It's post, 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 post. URL, you drop it in there, like I showed you a second ago. You got that from the API endpoint. Run actor synchronously and get data sets. Copy that, bring that back in, paste it in there. Done. All right. Scroll down. Send bodies toggled on. Everything else toggled off. In the drop down, make sure you use using JSON because default says using fields below. So use JSON, and how we get this JSON code, come back to Appify, get out of this real quick. Again, we're staying in the same actor, which is LinkedIn Job Scraper, PPR. I don't know what the hell PPR stands for. So let's go back to LinkedIn, get that URL I showed you a second ago because that has everything integrated into it. Software developer posted in the last 24 hours in the US. Come back to Appify, make sure you post that into the URL here. Once that is done, everything else still stays the same. We have to basically scrape 100 job postings. That is the minimum. That's just what it is. I'm not controlling this. It's just what it is. Go into JSON right here. Click on that. Take this code, copy, come back to n8n, paste it in here, and you are set to go. This is exactly the same thing as I showed you a second ago. Again, you execute this step. I pinned the data so we don't want to do the whole thing all over again, but just to show you how expensive this is, I'll go into runs. 10 cents. If you're using the free plan, this will do it 50 days in a row, and this resets every single month, so you can literally do this forever. But if you want to have more stuff and you actually want to do this on a daily basis, maybe you want to look for more jobs and more job postings, obviously you're going to need a paid plan, so make sure you check the link in the description below for the Appify link for myself. Use that to get you a discount, get started, and go nuts. But if you're only doing 100 jobs, you can do this every single day for free for the rest of your lifetime, unless you're using Appify for anything else, but that's for a different story. Now, let's come back into n8n. That's already been, let's just press play. Okay, now as you can see real close, I'm going to zoom in, it says 100 items, okay, because it extracted 100 different job postings. So there's tons right here. I can keep on scrolling down. There's a lot, right? These are for all different companies on LinkedIn with job postings, right? Let's get out of there real quick. Next one is a limit node, which you can get by clicking on a plus sign, type in limit, which is right there. The only thing you got to change, or you don't have to change anything, is I put this to 3 because for demo purposes, I don't want to waste your time. But if you want to, let's just say you have this set to 1,000 job postings. It's going to take a little bit longer. It's going to cost you probably $1. But you can limit this down and bring in only like maybe 20, 50 at a time. Choose whatever number you we just want to make sure we're not breaking any rates, okay? Limiting. So what we got to do, put that in if you so choose to, but that's perfectly cool. So let's just press play. And the only thing I changed in there was change the number, and I changed the title there as well. So if you want to have this at 20, change this to 20. Just remind yourself it's limit 20. But for this demo purposes, I'm limiting it to 3. Makes it super simple. Press play. So from 100, as you can see, now it's down to 3 as output, right? 3 items right now as output. Go into the original resume. How you get this is Google Doc. Again, plus sign, Google Docs. Get the same one, click on that, and we are getting a document. All right, make sure you choose that one. We're not creating, we're not updating, we're getting. So obviously you need to have your original resume in your Google Drive right now. If you don't, put it in there because this won't work. Have your Google credentials set up. If you don't know how to set up your Google credentials, watch this quick video right above me. It's literally 4 minutes long. You can connect it and integrate it to n8n. Super simple. Once you have that set up, all you have to do is enable all the APIs like Google Drive, Google Docs, Sheets, Calendar, YouTube if you want. Anything that's related to Google, enable all the APIs just to save yourself some hassle and all that kind of stuff. So this is a document for a resource. We're getting it as an operation. The doc ID, and how you get this is we go into the original resume and we just go into the URL. Anything past the D slash is the, in between this one, the edit, is your ID. So let's go into that really quick. Grab this whole ID right here, copy it, come back into n8n, paste that in there. It's the exact same thing. I toggled on simplify. That is literally it. Okay, execute the step. What we're doing here is that we are basically just giving our original resume into n8n so we can use that for the succeeding nodes afterwards, so it knows where to pull that information from. If you don't put this in there, it will not know what your original resume is, and that'll just be a waste of time. So that is done. Okay, now once we have our original resume put into n8n, now we can pull and work for the succeeding nodes. We got to go into this next node, which is an OpenAI messenger model node. How you get this is click on a plus sign, type in OpenAI, Click on that, and this is message a model, which will bring you this exact same node. Okay, you have to connect your OpenAI credentials. If you don't know how to do that, watch a simple video right upstairs, or the card on the corner there walks you through it. Takes literally like a minute or two. Anyways, once you have that connected, resources text, messenger model, like I said, you can choose your own model. I chose in this specific demo 4.0 mini. You can choose 4.1. You can test it out whichever way you want. It's completely up to you. But as you can see, we have outputs right now from the previous node, which is the original resume, document ID, content, all that kind of jazz. So this is my prompt. Just let me show you. It's super simple. Here it just says, here's the job posting information, company name, which I grabbed from the limit node. So I just grab this and paste it in there. I'm just going to paste it in the bottom just to show you, but it's the exact same thing. Job description also from the limit node, which is scrolling down, which is right here. Grab that, drag it in, paste it in there. It's the exact same thing. I press 2 spaces just to give it to separate it from the candidate's resume, which is the original resume. How you get this? You come back to the original resume, take this content, click, drag and drop, and you have it all in there. Okay, that is basically it. Execute the step. It's already been pinned, so I don't make any more API calls. So let's just push that through, and just understand. This is 3 items as the output, 3 items as input. But remember, the limit, if you change this to like 20, then it's going to cycle through all 20 of them, if that is what you so choose. So I just did 3 just to not waste any more credits. But again, it's super cheap, maybe like maybe a penny or 2. So nothing significant. Now, let's move on to the filter node, because I would just want to filter out which ones are suitable. Because not every job posting is going to be meant for you. It's not going to be suitable for the resume you have given it, which is yours. So the AI will determine whichever one it is and filter out the ones that are suitable for you and which ones are not. So this is why we have this filter node. So you do this by clicking a plus sign, type in filter, which is this exact same one. Click on that. So inside a filter node, all I have to do is basically give it a condition, which is basically letting it know that if the job position is suitable for myself and I have the skills and the experience for it, then it should be true. If it's false, we'll filter that out. We're not going to bother making a resume or enhancing a resume for this position because it's not meant for us. So we get this, we come back into the previous node, which is the filtering agent, because right now, like I said, it determined whether or not this position is good for you, or if it's not, it's good, and it goes into this filter. It only takes out and extracts the ones that are good for us. How we get this is we take is suitable, paste it in there, which is the exact same thing. Let me just delete that because it's going to do it twice. And I want to make sure it's equal to, so this is a string, is equal to true, and then that will push it through. So execute the step really quick. Good. Now as you can see, it went down from 3 items to 1 because there's only potentially 1 good position that we are actually able to be qualified for. So remember that. This one is a limit. Okay, just understand that these limits you can leave out if you don't want it there. It's just there just for the demo purposes. If you don't want to limit it, that's perfectly fine. I just put this in here because let's just say I put in 50 in this first limit, pushes 50 out or pushes 50 into the filtering agent. The output of the filtering agent will have 50 items as well. This will have it filtered out. Let's say out of those 50, 10 of them were good. So I just want to limit down to 1, or you can change it up to whichever way you want. You don't even have to have this, by the way. So I'm just doing this here because I just want to do it I just want to have at least 1 of them just to show what it looks like. So I get that is exactly the same way. Go into the top plus sign, type in limit, you get this. I just typed in limit and made sure it's only 1. Okay. Remember, you don't have to have that in there. I just did it for the demo purposes just to show you what this looks like. So press play. Now we got 1 item. Now let's just go into the AI agent really quick. And how you get this is by going to the top right, type in AI agent, click on that. It'll bring you exactly to this one right here. Give it a brain. I chose 4.1 mini. Connect your OpenAI credentials if that's the one you want to use. And I'm just using this as an example right now, but you can test it out whichever way you want, because now we are here to enhance and give it the output and get the enhanced resume back to us. So let's go back into the AI agent. On default, this would say connected chat trigger node. We don't want that because it's not connected to a chat trigger. We have to choose define below. So click on that, which will bring you right here. So the user prompt is what we want to look at. So open this up. We're going to give it 2 things. The job description, job posting description, which we get from over here, from the limit. So you just double click, drag it into there and paste it in. I'm not going to leave that in there because it's already there. Candidate's original resume. It's from the get original node, which is right here. drag this over, boom, the exact same thing. That is what it is for the user prompt. Toggle all these off, it's the same. User message is important. So let's open this up. You can pause the video here if you so choose to, but what I did here is I basically changed this up. I use ChatGPT or Claude to give me a prompt. But if you want to use the exact same one as I am, obviously, like I said, you can have the whole JSON file by jumping in the community down below by clicking the link in the description. Join it. This will be all here for you. It's all formatted. It's all done. But if you want to follow along, then just pause the video right here and just look at it and copy it as it is. So what I said is that you are a resume enhancement specialist. Your task is to enhance and provide a resume based on a job requirement provided from the LinkedIn job postings. So instructions: take the original resume, enhance the resume, keep all original sections because we want to make sure that's similar to what we had in the original one, which had a summary, experience, education, skills, projects, awards, and certification. So that's all in there. That's why you saw the output of the enhanced resume looking very similar, is because I gave it the prompt to make it look similar. So improve the content, maintain professional structure and formatting, output the complete enhanced resume with all sections. This is something I played around with for quite a while because every time it came back out, it was all jumbled up into this mess. So this more reactive prompting, basically telling it to output only HTML content, no markdown formatting. Don't include any HTML stuff in the output because I saw that a lot. So I had to give this prompt, and I gave an example of what it should look like. And start your resume directly with H1, which is heading 1, which is the biggest one, and blah, 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 blah. Done. So it's already been pinned, so I'm just going to press play. Don't want to waste your time. Pushes out the one item. Again, if there's a lot, it goes through and cycles through all of them until it goes through all of them, right? This code node, what I do here is type in code, get that. This is specifically what I call it, the HTML formatter. The best way I can explain this is that when I was testing this out for quite a while, the output of the enhanced resume, the formatting was all over the place. It was like all scrunched up into one. I tried it again. It was all like mixed up. It didn't look appealing. It didn't look nice. So I asked Claude to basically help me out and give me a JSON code. I have no idea what the hell this is, by the way. And it was like 163 lines. I don't know what it is, but if you really want this, again, just jump in the community, get the link, get the file, upload it to your instance, and you're all done. This is basically just all formatting. Okay, let's just execute the step. And if you need help with that, just go into Claude and ask it what to do, and I'll give that to you. I don't know how to code. So the next node is a Google Docs node, and how you get this, go to the top right, again, the plus sign, type in docs, you get this one, and this time it's a create a document, not get a document, because the first one was get a document, now we are creating a document. So remember that, click on this, it'll bring you to this one, so let's double click on that. Connect your credentials to Google, everything still stays the same. Drive name is my drive, because that is what my Google Drive is called, my drive, right? And we want it to go into the folder named enhanced resumes, because as we can see right here in my drive, I created a folder for enhanced resumes. That's where I want the enhanced resumes to be put into, right? So name it whichever way you want, but choose it in the drop down when you have it all done. Okay, title is up to you. I have mine set up as enhanced resume dash whatever the company name is. How I get this variable is I scroll down to the limit node, open that up. I took this, dragged it over, and dropped it in. It's the exact same one, because as you can see, enhanced resume, this is the variable, and the output will be enhanced resume dash Microsoft. Because if you go through a bunch of different postings, it's going to be from different companies, and you just want to know which one you're applying to or which one it's going to send to, so you know it's for easier preference or documentation. So let's press play, move that through. Lastly, this is another HTTP node, which is very complicated, so I'll walk you through this. So again, type in HTTP, you get that HTTP node, double click on that. This is for uploading updated resume. This is what it's actually for. This is a little bit confusing, so if you're actually building this out with me, I highly recommend just pausing the video right here and copying the URL exactly as you see it. So important thing for you to understand is it's going to be a patch. We did post earlier, and the second most important, or the second most used one is get, but this one is a patch. Understand that patching is basically from the previous node, we created it, and now we're going to actually update it. So that's just what patch is, or that's how I'm going to explain it to you. This is the URL. blah, 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 googleapi.com, upload drive v3 files. The variable that you want to take is going to be from here. So from the create enhanced resume, you want to basically identify the exact same one that you'll be updating. So you give it this ID. So if I drag it in there, that's what it's going to look like, right? It's going to delete that because we don't want that twice. And the output will be exactly the same as that. So it knows which one to update. And then question mark upload type equals media. Very important for you to do that. Credentials will be blank. It'll say as none. Click on the drop down. Make sure you choose predefined credential type. This will pop up. Choose the Google Docs OAuth 2 API. If you already have your Google Docs already connected like you did for the Google Docs and other nodes, this should be super simple for you. So obviously choose the same API you already have set up. Okay. This will toggle off. Turn on the headers. Choose using JSON. Okay. And just copy this. Inside JSON, just curly brackets, 2 of them, put this inside quotes. Everything lowercase is content dash type, colon, and quotes text slash HTML, right? Turn on body, make sure this is raw, okay? Make sure it's raw. Content type is text slash HTML. The body is going to be very important for you to understand is you come back to the HTML. And what we're getting here is the enhanced resume HTML. So this is very different. Make sure you choose the first one if you're actually following me along, because we want to make sure it's not the formatted one. We're choosing the HTML. Okay, so you just drag that in there. It'll look like this as an output. I don't know what this is. This is basically how it's formatted. So that is what I did there. So let's execute that step. That is all it is for HTTP node. If we come back to the enhanced resume folder, we'll have a new one. They're all the same. Like I said, I just showed you the first one. They're all gonna be the same. So through my prompts, I kept everything similar. It's just a little bit changed up. So we'll take a little closer look. Summary, highly accomplished and results-oriented senior software developer, blah, 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 blah. What is this? Dynamic and results-driven software engineer with 10 years experience. So it's a little different. I'm not going to read through all of this. It's just basically a little bit changed, a little bit more tailored to exactly what the job position is. But again, I did not go through this. I'm not actually applying, but just understand that it has changed it up to basically apply or be more applicable to the actual posting of the job that it's actually applying for, right? That is done. Lastly, the outputs. You can have this, you can remove this if you don't want it, but I just have this here. It's just to email me. If you want to follow it along, click on the plus sign, type in Gmail, click on that, and this is to send a message, which is right there. Connect your credentials to Gmail. Same thing, everything is still the same. Have your email address to yourself. If you prefer, you can send it off to someone else. It doesn't really matter, but have this as fixed, put in your email. Subject line is the same thing, is I drag this in there and I put in completed, because as you can see, it'll say enhanced resume Microsoft completed right there. It's the exact same variable. It'll change each and every single time. Email type, remember it's text. Message, this is a variable, same thing. Enhanced resume, I just dragged that in there, dropped it in, completed. This is all the same. I gave it the Google Drive link so I can look at it directly, which will take me exactly back to here if you so choose. Again, this is all optional. Lastly, I also have myself sent a Telegram message just to confirm that it's been done. And I connect my Telegram. If you don't know how to connect Telegram, there's another video in the card above. Watch it, 4 minutes, connect Telegram to n8n, you're good to go. Everything still stays the same. Your chat ID, how you get that is you go to Telegram, go back out, go to the main portion here, get ID bot, it's right there. Type in this little prompt /start and it'll tell you exactly what ID is. As you can see, 0249, 0249. Paste that in, you're good to go. Text whatever you want to say. I copied the exact same thing as my Google Drive or Gmail output. Same thing, dragged it, dropped it in there. It'll look like enhanced resume. Microsoft completed, check it out, blah, 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 blah. So if I execute this, it'll go to my email, as I can see right here. Boom, done. Gives me a link to the Google Drive. And if I want to do my Telegram, let's press play. Here's my Telegram. Enhanced resume, done. Gives me that link back to that drive again, just to confirm that it's been done. And that is basically it. That is how simple it is to enhance your resumes, tailor it in a way to actually suit the job posting that you have scraped from LinkedIn. And you can do this over and over and over every single day, at least 100 job postings, and then let AI to filter out and determine which ones are suitable for you, tailor a new resume slightly to make it look like it's more personalized to whichever company it is that you're applying for, which is awesome because now it actually looks like to the people that are reading your application that you took the time to actually understand what the posting is all about, what the job is all about, and maybe it'll give you more of a upper hand in getting a call, getting an interview, and potentially getting hired. All right, guys, so if you like that video, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a lot because that lets me know that I'm doing a good enough job, so I'll keep on making this type of content for you as much as possible. So thanks for getting to the end of the video. If you have any other questions or comments, or if you want me to build something out for you that you're interested in learning how to do, then tell me in the comments down below. I'll make that for you. Till next time, I'll catch you in the next video.